Hi everyone, welcome back. So this is going to be a quick rundown of my top 5 apps to use on an iOS or an Android phone. The first one is an app called BandLab. Now BandLab is very similar to Logic or GarageBand or I suppose Ableton, any sort of DAW. The beauty of this is that it is online and that everything that you create can be accessed either on your phone or through the web browser. Now, as you can just see here, that I'm just panning through what I can add. It's got a looper, MIDI instruments, beats, and it's also got some inspirational tracks as well. If you're stuck for ideas, this is a really good app to use. Lots of content creators will upload beats that they have made. If you press the fork button at the side, if you like a beat, then it will load it into the actual DAW, and from there you can record your own vocals over the top or additional instruments if you want to. This is just a really good way to sort of get the inspiration going and start with something that's already been made. So from here, I'm just going to select a vocal track. So I've pressed the audio one, and at the moment it's actually going to capture the audio that is coming from my iPhone microphone. Now there's some really cool things that you can do with this. As you just saw, I could use the auto correction, and there's also a really nice selection of audio effects as well. So reverbs, delays, distortion, it's kind of got it all. So you can sort of get away with using your iPhone microphone and still get a pretty good quality sound by using some of these effects. So if you have a look at what I'm doing here, I'm just sort of changing some of the additional parameters just to customize it a little bit more. So that is the beauty of using those effects. You can actually customize the pre-made presets. So once you're ready with your selected effect, you can just hit the record button and start the recording process, as you can see here. Now obviously you can go in and edit those effects afterwards if you want to change them, or you could just record it in clean if you want to and add the effects afterwards. So if you have a look on the left hand side next to this audio button, it shows up in green. So when I press that, I can actually hear the vocals coming through to my headphones. So activate that if you want to hear your main audio channel come through your headphones. So as an addition, as you just saw, you can swipe the sidebar and you can adjust the volumes. So as you would in a standard mixer, this is how you can kind of balance your tracks. And at the side, you could also see a pan. Now I'm just making a quick loop because what I'm going to do is I'm going to overdub this section and record an additional harmony. So as you can see now, I have just added another vocal track and I'm going to record that harmony in there. So with input monitoring on, I can sing and pan through the different effects and sort of hear my vocal change as I go along. So this is just a nice way to sort of determine which effects that you like and which ones that you will use for your recording. I like this effect. This is the dual octaver and it has sort of like that octave drop and the one on the top, which is really sort of commonly used now in a lot of modern pop production. But yeah, that is definitely one of my favourite effects that it comes with. So I'm just going to try a couple of different effects as this is playing through. So I'm going to switch on the auto pitch and see if that will make a cool sound. This is an optional step. Obviously I'm using a pre-recorded track, but I'm just going to show you that you can add additional instruments from the MIDI instruments browser on as an addition. So there's loads here, so you can play the samples just to hear sort of what the pack sounds like, and then when you are happy with your selection, you can download those onto your phone and use those. Open up the keyboard to sort of play it as you would whether you're using Logic or GarageBand, and again you can also use audio effects to manipulate the sound further. Okay, so it will take a little bit of experimenting and getting used to, but there are so many really good sounds on this, and again I think the beauty of using this is that you can manipulate the sound further by using audio effects. So I'm going to continue with this edit and try and get something that sounds half decent done. I think it's absolutely amazing that I've managed to just create a really quick, simple idea just using my microphone on my iPhone, and it sounds pretty decent. So if you're really stuck with equipment, there are so many tools out there to sort of experiment with, so this is definitely one that is worth a try. Okay, so next up we have an app called Auxy Pro. This is so much fun. I love this one. It's basically a looper and a sampler. You can upload your own projects in here. It's got loads of sort of pre-made projects already. Some of the ones I've not loaded, but you can upload loads of different ones from the server if you want to. But just for the process of this demonstration, I'm going to use something that's already sort of pre-made. So as I'm going along, I'm just triggering different samples from each part. So we have a vape, which is a synth, we've got the kick and the snare, we've got the bass, we've got a wire, which again is another synth. So you can trigger those on and off as and when you want in the scene. Everything is quantized, so nothing's going to go out of time. So I've just accessed some automation here as well, so I can change the volume. There's also other things that you can change with the automation, which is going to come up later on. So I've now just soloed that instrument, and I'm going to change the automation and put a low pass filter on there. So this is again a really cool effect that you can use, and as you saw before in the previous little clip, there's loads of different types of automation that you can use within your track. Definitely be wary of the pitch automation. So continue your set by just dropping instruments in and out, and sort of see how you can use loops and sort of like how intuitive it is. I'm just sort of demonstrating now that you can also start to produce and write your own little melodies as well, which is really fun and really, again, intuitive just to sort of mess around with. freshen up your ideas a little bit, and also to drop them out as well. So again, because everything's quantized, you're never going to trigger anything out at the wrong time. But yeah, give this one a go. This is a lot of fun when you get into it. Okay, so next we have an app called Voicey. So Voicey was created for beat makers, sort of backing track makers, if you will, and for vocalists. So again, if you are struggling with ideas for songs and creation, this is a really good one to use. So there is a selection of different beats that various producers upload to the server. And once you have sort of selected the one that you like the sound of, then you can use that and record your own verses and lyrics over the top. Okay, so I'm going to load up that beat, and then from there I can select various vocal effects, and some of the vocal effects on here are actually really good, and again really customizable as well. So obviously they have a preset which you can see here, so it's already determined, but I can go in and edit that further just to sort of get my own sort of tone within that. Now you have to have your headphones plugged in. This is just one thing to mention, to hear the audio effects come through. I really like the tone function. It just seems to add a really nice, almost distorted sound. Again, it's actually a really high quality audio effect, and this is definitely something that I would use, maybe bounce down as an MP3 and save that vocal effect and use it in a Logic project. So just to give you an example, I'm going to just pan through some of the other vocal effects that are already preset, just so you can kind of get an idea of what they actually sound like. They do have Travis Scott and a Billie Eilish style vocal. I know that some of you are going to absolutely love this app, so if this is something that interests you, or you're just stuck for ideas, then please give this one a go, because it's great. Okay, so next up we have the Kaossilator. So actually this was a program that was released for free due to, the virus that must not be named. This is based on an actual Kaoss pad. Now these can set you back a good £300-400. They are used to loop, they are used to trigger samples. They're a really cool piece of kit, a little bit outdated, some people would say. This is basically the app version, and again this is just for a little bit of fun, but it sort of helps you determine some ideas. They've got some really good preset sounds. You can change the key, you can change the tempo, you can add beats, and you can record your ideas as well. So it might just be that you stumble on a beat that you want to use in a track. As long as you know the tempo, you could easily bounce that down into a WAV file or an MP3 and then drag that into another project. So again, really intuitive. It has obviously, as you can probably hear, different effects as you move your finger around the keypad, that sort of affects filter sweeps. It'll be rhythmical patterns, delays, reverbs, that kind of thing. recording. And another feature that's really cool is that you can actually change the sound of each instrument as you play along. Now, albeit this app is totally crazy, but it's definitely, again, worth a try. And it might be something that you end up putting in your final performance, who knows? Okay, last but not least, we have Mic Swap. So this is probably the most simplistic out of the 5. So essentially what this does is it actually simulates and tries to emulate the sound of a professional studio microphone. Obviously it's not perfect, but it is much better than recording just straight through your voice app. You can see me sort of changing the gain parameters at the bottom, so this is just going to help you determine how obviously loud that signal, the audio signal of your voice or whatever other instrument you're using, is going through. At the side you've got this input monitoring, so if you want to hear it through your headphones then you need to turn that on. Now these are just sort of a little bit of a snapshot of some extra mics that you can purchase, that is in-app purchases, but you do get 3 for free. So a benefit of using this app as well is that you can actually save the recording as a WAV file, so that is just lossless audio quality. You can change the studio environment, so there is a default setting. I think some of these, again, you might have to pay for as an addition, but that just changes the room sound, so you might get a little bit more echo or delay depending on which room you choose. If you have audio already recorded and you want to edit it within Mic Swap, then you can basically click on the cloud and upload your audio recording onto there, put a microphone on it, and it will obviously use that as an additional effect. Another little cool feature is if you want to learn more about the mic, you press the info button and it will tell you about it. Again, this is very simple, but it might just be a nice way to get you started recording some vocals or an instrument if that's what you need to do for your project. So at this stage, it's kind of obvious, but I would like you to now go and try one of these apps. Now you might have one of your own that you want to try out, but once you've done it, I'd like you to upload your ideas onto the Moodle page. There is a little blog post under week 22. So try it out, let me hear your ideas, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.